Hello? Anyone out there? Hello? Wake up, people. Because this is Eminent Hero. Or you can call me Hero for short. Today's video is about the Hero series. Gaze upon their greatness. Or you can say the awesomeness or epicness of Yu-Gi-Oh, known as Heroes. We're going to talk about the 6 of them. The Elemental Heroes, Destiny Heroes, Evil Heroes, Mask Heroes, Vision Heroes, and the neo-spacian, or quote unquote, as Jaden calls them, the neo-spacian heroes. Alright. The first one we're going to start off with are the Elemental Heroes. This one is Necroshade, the one that works in the graveyard unless you normally summon an Elemental Hero from your hand without tributing. But we're not going to talk about every single hero. We're going to talk about each hero series in general. The Elemental Heroes are the fastest heroes, the most offensive, the most defensive, and the strongest of all the heroes, and it has the most members. Now, to keep this video short, I won't go into the small details for each one. Elemental Heroes have the most fusions, like I said, and they're the most members. They have the most support cards, and they're the most supported monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! No, it's not Dark Magician. No, it's not Blue Eyes White Dragon. No, it's not, what you want to say, the Morptronics. No, the heroes are the most supported archetype in the game. Now, Elemental Heroes have the basic E-Heroes, which are the one Jaden uses in the anime, and then he has the Nature Heroes, which are the Elemental Heroes he uses in the manga. The reason why they're called Nature Heroes is because they're based on the elements of Earth, like Woodsman is the forest, heat and Lady Heat are the fire attributes of Earth, Voltic is the thunder, Ocean is the water, of course, Stratos is the stratosphere, the Absolute Zero, Gaia, Great Tornado, Nova Master, Excurried Owl, and the Shining are the 6 Nature Hero fusions, or known as the Omni Heroes, which represents the greater aspects of Earth. Absolute Zero is the Arctic, Great Tornadoes are the tornadoes, the winds, Gaia is the colossal one of Earth, the continents, the Shining is the light, the sun, Excurried Owl is the darkness, the night, and who's the last one I'm missing? Nova Master is the fires of Earth, the volcano. Now, all Elemental Heroes have different effects that can, help you in different situations. There's one that can destroy, there's ones that draw, there's ones that bomb the field, there's ones that just does heavy storm, there's one that does, there's like 2 of them that do Regaiki, Chaos Neos and Absolute Zero do Regaiki. There's some that do skill drains, there's some that do hand knockouts. They pretty much do everything. But you just want to look at heroes in general. They do everything. Elemental Heroes don't roof and play, but the heroes in general do, like the Destiny Heroes do. Now, Elemental Heroes are their decks are the most complicated because they have the most support and the most members. Therefore, you're having a hard time figuring out what to put them with. You're going to be more spell cards than trap cards. So, if anything, if you use a little bit of trash, just make sure you use the staples like Roll of Decree, Torrential Tribute, and Mirror Force, something like that. And then your spells are just backups. But I ain't going to tell y'all my secrets, but I got to line up for my heroes to make that work really, really well because they don't really need traps because they're fast. But remember this, if you want a fast deck, you have to have less traps. If you want your deck to be supportive and fast, you can have a little bit of traps, but you want your decks really quick. The less traps you have, the faster your deck is, because you don't need that 1 turn delay that traps give, because you can't use them in the same turn. Spell cards you can use in the same turn, but you're using quick play spell cards, you're still retaining the speed because you can play them on your turn or play them on your opponent's turn. So remember, I ain't gonna tell you my secrets, but keep that in mind. Wait, let me get myself more comfortable. I'm gonna take this off after a while though, but as promised, the pillow of knowledge is on the head. Alright, we're gonna act like this is not there though. Okay. Now, the final say about the Elemental Heroes, like I said, I want to keep this video too long because the last time I made this was like an hour or something long. I couldn't upload it because it took too long. But the Elemental Heroes can really trump a lot of decks in the game. They can beat 6 Samurais. If you play them right, they can beat Light Swarms, but they do kind of get manhandled by Light Swarms. But they can beat them. They can beat Twilight decks, Dark decks, Synchro decks, Stardust decks. They can beat X-Saber decks, 6 Samurais, Black Wings. They can beat a lot of these decks with ease. They can beat Gen X's, Allied Justice, Ice Barriers, Worms, Hopeless Dragon, Exodia. If you use a neo-spacian Aqua Dolphin, you can easily beat Exodia decks. And all you gotta do is knock out the head, and that's it. But elemental heroes, or heroes in general, can handle a wide variety of decks. Now, when I get to the end of this video, I'm going to say a little bit more, but now I'll move on to the Destiny heroes. Now, the Destiny heroes, which you see right here, this one in particular is Destiny Hero Double Dude. This guy is actually the most underrated, underappreciated of all the Destiny heroes. I literally will tell people, who's Destiny Hero Double Dude? And they'll be like, I don't know. Well, let's talk about Destiny heroes, and then we'll talk about Destiny Hero Double Dude. Now, Destiny Hero Double Dude, of course, is a Destiny hero. But before we get into him, I'm going to tell you what the Destiny heroes do. The Destiny heroes are mainly an archetype that are they're based on British anti-heroes. The elemental heroes are based on Marvel and DC superheroes, and being that Destiny heroes are based on, or the anti-them, they're going to be based on British anti-heroes. Like Double Dude is Jekyll and Hyde, Dreadmaster is the Man in the Iron Mask. Doom Lord is supposed to be that vampire guy from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, just like the Party is supposed to be the ghost guy from that. But that's all the point. Destiny heroes are heroes based on time and space, and passage and stuff like that. Just like the elemental heroes are based on the elements of Earth. The Destiny heroes, if you make them right, you can actually control your opponent's turns, because, like I said, they're heroes that are based on the passage of time, and a lot of their effects won't happen right away, but they'll do something later. There are a few Destiny heroes that do something right then and there, like Destiny Dragoon, Destiny Hero Plasma, Destiny Hero Doom Lord do stuff right then and there, but their effects linger for turns after. Like, if you control Destiny Hero Doom Lord, and you know your opponent's going to summon a strong monster, you can remove it from play, and being that it comes back 2 turns later on your standby phase, you can literally set up something, so when it comes back, you can do something to it. It's all about controlling your opponent's turns and their cards, and it is setting up for the passage of the time. Now, Diamond Dude, you can be like this. Okay, you can move from play, let's say Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Then Diamond Dude hits Monster Born. Okay, all on that same turn. You can play Monster Born next turn, and then Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon is going to be moved from play. So now, when they summon something else, you can kill that via whatever you want, like Bottomless or Torrential Tribute, Dark Hole, whatever. Then you can, next turn, you can Monster Reborn something from your graveyard or their graveyard that can take care of Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Then when it comes back, kill them on your turn. Because being that it always comes back on your turn, they can't do nothing about it because they don't get to use their monster. So that's why Doom Lord is actually pretty good, because he limits your opponent's usage of that monster because they cannot use it on your turn unless it's a multi-trigger effect. Now, there's only 16 members of Destiny Heroes, but there's 2 in the anime. There's Celestial and Dark Angel, but I'll talk about that some other time. I don't know about now, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to draw all the anime and manga hero cards that are not out yet, so I can see if Konami can get me a job in their card design, or they can produce these cards to be real. Because this video is going to be more of a focus on the hero fans in the game, like me. I'm a very, very what do you want to call it? Demoted hero fan. Not demoted, but what do you want to call it? I'm a very, very, obsessive hero fan. You don't want to call it that, but I'm sorry, I can't think of the words like. I'm just trying to get this video done. But I already drew concept art for Mask Hero Acid. Now, Mask Hero Acid is a mask hero that's in the manga. He's one of the fusions. He's 2600 attack, 2100 defense. When he's special summon, you bomb all of your opponent's backfields, and your opponent's monster loses 300 attack points. Well, when I redraw him, he's not going to have that Heartbeat Feather Duster effect, because that's too good. You can constantly do that whenever you wanted to. So I limited him. I made him work like Stratos. When he's special summoned, for every hero you control besides himself, he can bomb a backfield. And for each one bombed, I changed it to where one of your opponent's monsters can lose 300 attack points for each one bombed. But I'm thinking about just leaving it where you can bomb a certain amount of backfield for every hero you have, and then for each one bombed, all your opponent's monsters loses that much attack and defense. That's just to keep him, good, but not overpowered, where he can constantly become a Heartbeat Feather Duster. But anyways, back to the Destiny Heroes. They don't have a lot of support cards, because a lot of their support are in the anime, just like the Elemental Heroes. But with the ones that are out now, you can still work with them. Like Destiny Hero Dreadmaster, no one uses really. No one even acknowledges him. I don't understand how a monster that whenever he is special summoned, he creates a neo-spacian effect where none of your destiny heroes can be destroyed by battle or card effects, and you take no battle damage from them. So if your opponent played Dark Hole, you can just chain Call the Hornet, just Destiny Hero Dreadmaster, and they live. Destiny Hero Dreadmaster was the very first anti-card effect for all your monsters of a certain archetype or whatever. Then came neo-spacian, who protected himself. Then came Ice Barriers Daisoja, who protected Ice Barriers in general. But he only protects Ice Barriers from spell and track cards. Dreadmaster is from any destruction of any type, and you take no battle damage for that one turn. And being that he does that whenever he is special summoned, it can happen a lot of times. When he's summoned by Clock Tower Prison, not only do you grant that, not only do you get those, when he's special summoned by Clock Tower Prison, I'm sorry, please, I'm apologize for all the messes, but when he's special summoned by Clock Tower Prison, you destroy all your monsters that are not Destiny Heroes, face down monsters as well, because you can't confirm their names, and you special summon up to 2 Destiny Hero monsters from your graveyard. His attack and defense is equal to the original attack of all your face-up Destiny Hero monsters you control besides a copy of himself, so you don't get that infinite gain. And he also gets that, your Destiny Heroes also get that immunity to destruction. He's good, but yet you don't see no one using him. The only way you see people using him is through trade-in or Destiny Draw. That's it. The only Destiny Heroes you see people use that are played in the deck is Malicious, Diamond Dude, and Doom Lord. That's it, because of their effects. The only time you see Dreadmaster, Plasma, and Dogma is you're either being trade-in or Destiny Draw. Heroes don't get a lot of credit for anything. People just walk all over them and assume that they're the worst cards in the game. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've been with them for a long time. They are actually the best cards in the game. That's my opinion. But I have yet to see a deck that it cannot beat and run over quickly and have so much support that it could control and counter anything thrown at them. You cannot remove from play an elemental hero and assume that it's never coming back. Voltic, Electrum, and Parallel World Fusion and Shining made it. Whereas you remove from play a hero, something's going to happen to it. It's going to come back, be fused, or go to their hand. So it's not like you can shut them down. People will be like, I'm going to use non-fusion area on you. Okay, you're forgetting about Stratus. He can destroy backfield. MST, Dust Tornado, Heavy Storm. Yet like you're going to shut them down completely. Non-fusion area doesn't work on the Neos fusions because they're not fusion summoned. They're just simply contacted and special summoned. You're not going to stop them. Now, let's move on to the next heroes. We have the evil heroes. Now, I think I dropped that one. Notes right here. Evil heroes. This one is Malicious Edge, the Evil Blade Edge. Now, the evil heroes are only a 9-card member, so there's not really much to talk about them. But what I can say is that they're not evil, really. If you play the DS games that they're on and you actually play against the characters themselves or watch the show, they're only evil because it's their appearance, really. In the DS games, they talk like they're good guys, but they just have an evil appearance. And the reason why they're considered evil heroes is because they have an evil look, but they're good guys. Just like you can consider them like I ain't saying Batman looks evil, but that's the general idea. They're like Batman. They go about the good way, but whatever it takes to get there, they'll get there. Like some heroes in the Marvel DC universe, they'll kill for good, but some of them don't kill for good. Their actions can be seen as evil, but the sense is heroic. So it's kind of a contradiction there. But still, the evil heroes are the most powerful of the hero to archetypes. They're the most aggressive, the most potential for gathering a great amount of attack and then crushing them in a single blow. That can be accomplished by evil hero Dark Gaia. Of course, he's the most popular of the evil heroes because there was a deck made around him in the meta where you just simply got his attack to the highest point it can get, which is only in today's play 7500. That's the highest he can get. And then you made evil hero Infernal Gainer remove himself from play to give Gaia the ability to attack twice, and you won game basically. That's pretty much how Dark Gaia worked out. Sorry, I'm kind of sweating here with this pillow. Anyways, another series of good cards in Evil Hero archetype. Now, mind you, they don't have any spell and attack card that specifically supports them. Just Dark Fusion and Dark Calling. He doesn't mention Evil Hero by name. it's pretty much related to the archetype, which is sad because evil heroes don't have no support cards. That's where I'm coming in. I'm gonna actually draw a lot of this stuff and see what I can do. I hope I can get you guys support, and you guys give me some ideas, and just let me know what you think. At the end of this video, I'm gonna show you my concept art for Mask Hero Acid and see what y'all like. The next one I'm gonna work on is Mask Hero Dark Law, which is the Dark Mask Hero fusion. Then I'm gonna work on Mask Hero Diane, which is the Earth one. But I don't want to mention all of them in the video. I did that last time. It was too long. But go on YugiOhWiki.com and you'll see all the Mask Heroes. You'll see all the Vision Heroes. You'll see all the Destiny Hero cards. You'll see all the Elemental Hero cards that are in the manga and the anime that haven't come out yet. I'm going to show you the pictures. I'm going to draw them. But you guys will like the Mask Heroes. You guys will love the Vision Hero monsters too. There's only 2 fusion monsters we got, but wait till you see the rest of them. They're crazy. They work like crystal beasts. When you take battle damage while they're in the graveyard, they put themselves in spell and tracker zone. There's a Class A Vision Hero and a Class B Vision Hero. The Class A Vision Hero is required while the Vision Hero itself is in the spell and tracker zone. You contribute one Vision Hero monster you control the special summon itself from the spell and tracker zone, and then it gains any effect. Whatever it says. The Class B Vision Heroes are the ones that say, while it's a monster itself, you tribute itself to special summon 1 from the spell and tracker zone, and that monster gains an effect based on whatever the tributed Vision Hero effect gives it. But we'll get into that in the Vision Hero talk. Now, the evil heroes, there's really not much to say about them all. Like I said, there's the next one is Malicious Fiend. He's the one that says if your opponent enters their battle phase, all their monsters are flipped and switched to face up attack position, and they all have to attack Malicious Fiend that turn. That card is very good, really. It really is good. Just underestimate it. I don't use it only because of one reason. People take back in Yu-Gi-Oh. You're not allowed to recall stuff. If you make a move, you make a move. People will literally look at it and be like, what does that card do? I'm attacking. Then be like, wait a minute, let me read it. Oh, never mind, I don't attack it. That gets on my nerves because I went and brought it out for no reason because you're just going to recall your attack. Now I lost because of that. If you're going to make a move, make a move. Think before you make a move because you can't recall it. Go to regionals and recall and see what happens. You're going to get a gain loss for that. Now, the other evil heroes are Infernal Prodigy, which is the one that says when this card is tributed for the tribute summon of a hero monster, draw 1 card, and you can special summon it if you control no monsters. I'm sorry, but you draw the card at the end phase. Now, a lot of hero cards say in Japan the word hero in all caps and brackets. That means it supports all the hero archetypes. But when they got released into TCG, they took that the hero in all caps out and pretty much separated into whatever heroes were out at the time. So Heroes Bind, Absolute Zero, Divine Neos, Federal Prodigy, all of them are going to get rated soon to say just hero in general. Like Vision Magician and Trinity and Adoration Deal. They just say hero in general. Now, the other evil heroes are Infernal Wing, which is the upgrade version of Flame Wingman. She has piercing, and when she kills a monster, your opponent takes damage to whatever the monster's highest stat is. So basically, she'll always inflict 200-2100 or more damage. So in 4 attacks, she'll lose the game. Infernal Sniper is the one that says she can't be destroyed by spell cards, and your opponent takes 1,000 damage on each of your standby phases if she's in face-up defense position. If you summon 2 of her on the first turn, then your opponent has 4 turns to get rid of her, but they can't use spell cards, but they have to use monster effects and traps. Another one is Lightning Golem, which is just the evil version of Thunder Giant. All he says is just once per turn, kill a monster on the field. That's really good for first turn field advantage. You can go first turn summon, and if your opponent can't get the OTK or whatever they need, you can just keep blowing their field 24, blowing their field 24. Evil Hero in Wild Cyclone is pretty much an ancient gear monster. His effect is similar to an ancient gear monster, and when he inflicts battle damage, it does a Heartbeat Feather Duster, but only works on face downs. So to give y'all an idea what I mean, he attacks. Your opponent can't activate any spell or track cards until the end of the damage step, so they can't respond with Mirror Force, Book of Moon, nothing. And then when he inflicts battle damage, all their face down backfield get destroyed. He is the best of them next to Dark Gaia, because he's the backfield cleaner. Tackling him first all the time, then the rest of them follow up. So if you want to get a good first turn setup, summon Wild Cyclone next to Thunder Giant. Lightning Golem. That's what I meant to say, sorry. That way, when it comes to your turn again, you kill whatever monster they set, attack with Wild Cyclone first, destroy their backfield because they can't activate it, so it's automatically going to be face down, and then attack for 24. Then next turn, if everything goes right, you got game, because they can't do nothing about it. Let's say dark hole, vortex, whatever, because they can't torrentials you don't summon. So you just don't need to summon anything. So you're pretty much alright. Now, provided they can summon something, but besides the point. That's all about the evil heroes. Now, the next ones are the mask heroes. This one is Mask Hero Goka, the fire one. Now, the Mask Heroes so far just are two series monsters. There's Mask Hero Goka, Mask Hero Vapor. Vapor being the water one. Can't be destroyed by card effects. Mask Hero Goka gains 100 attack for every hero in your graveyard. So, both of them are good. Goka is meant just to be a beat stick. There's nothing wrong with beat sticks. Beat sticks are always good. Vapor is going to, of course, be the most appreciated one because he has a meta effect where he can't be destroyed by card effects. So people are going to automatically go into him more than Goka. Now, there are more mask heroes in the manga, but they're not going to come out for a long time, if not ever. So I'm going to try to see if I can change that. Now, I'm going to show y'all the concept art I made for Mask Hero Acid. So, like I said, y'all want to see what these look like, go on Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki and just look them all up. Just type in Element of Hero Divine is, because he has a link to all the hero archetypes except for the Vision Heroes. So this is my idea for Mask Hero Acid. I don't know if y'all can see that. But this is not what he looked like on the card. This is just a different pose I gave him. This is just a rough draft, so it's going to look way different than this when I redraw it. But that's pretty much kind of what he looks like. I already told you his effect. But I'm trying to get this video passed on so I don't want to waste time. Now, what else? The Mask Heroes in the manga are... The Mask Hero fusions of the manga are Dark Law, the dark one, Diane, the earth one, and Acid, which is unconfirmed, but I'm going to make him a wind one. Because there's one Mask Hero fusion of every attribute. The only one that's not mentioned in the manga at all is the light one, so I'm going to have to make up a light one. But the mask for the light one is shown in Mask Change Second, but I'll get into that later. Now, and also the Mask Hero non-fusion monster is not there too. Mask Hero Diane's effect is when she destroys a monster in battle, special summon a level 4 monster from your deck. Now, of course, that's going to be overly abused in today's game because it doesn't say what kind of level 4 monster. And in today's game, level 4s are great. So I'm going to change her effect to say special summon a level 4 lower hero monster from your deck. Mask Hero Dark Law has no effect, but I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna give him an A Forces like effect for for every face-out hero monster you control besides himself, all your face-out hero monsters gain 200 attack for each one. Or for every hero in the graveyard, all your face-out hero monsters gain 100 attack for each one. So y'all tell me which one you think is better. Ultimately, I think the 100 in the graveyard is better because it's a slow gain over a short period of time, whereas the A Forces is a quicker gain over a quicker pace because of Swarm. But if you get out 3 Dark Laws on the field, it kind of makes no sense. So I'm thinking the A-Force style, which is the 200 for every hero you control besides himself, is a better idea. But y'all let me know. Now, the Mask Hero non-fusion monsters are Mask Hero Boss Souls, Mask Hero Rekka, Mask Hero Gust, Fountain, and Dust Crow. Rekka is the one you see on Mask Change. So it seems like they are going to release the Mask Heroes because Rekka already has a color scheme. He's wearing red and orange armor because he's the fire one. Now, Mask Change Second is Mask Change Second and Form Change are like the equivalent of Dark Calling and Dark Fusion. It's cards that are treated as being summoned with Mask Change, which I'm going to have to change it to say, and they work for Mask Hero fusions. Form Change says, I think return 1 Mask Hero monster you control to special summon a Mask Hero monster from your extra deck with the same level. And Form Change and Mask Change Second says discard 1 card from your hand and attribute 1 Mask Hero fusion monster. So I'll summon 1 Mask Hero fusion monster with the same attribute. A level 8 Mask Hero with the same attribute from your extra deck. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it both to say Mask Change Second would say discard 1 card and attribute 1 hero monster. So I'll summon 1 level 8 Mask Hero monster from your deck with the same attribute as the Mask attributed hero monster, but level 8. And Form Change would say return 1 hero monster, return 1 Mask Hero monster. No, return 1 hero fusion monster you control to the extra deck. Special summon a Mask Hero monster with the same attribute from your extra deck. That way you get the flow of the combination of hero cards. Because Konami is trying to unify all the heroes together instead of making cards that support each individual one. They're making cards that support hero as a whole archetype. So that way you have a link where you can kind of do more with all of them than just certain ones. Now, they also have their own hero signal card, which is called Urgent Line, but I ain't worrying about all that. That's something y'all can just check out on your own. Now, the Vision Heroes. Now, this particular one right here is Vision Hero Trinity. Reason why his name is Trinity, because he's the combination of 3 monsters into one. Technically, basically 3 heroes, which represents the aspect of the Father, Son, the Holy Ghost. 3 beings inside one body, 3 souls, and he can attack 3 times. Now, Trinity can be seen as a god hero, just like Divine Neos can be seen as a god hero, and Rainbow Neos can be seen as a god hero, or just the angel, which is basically godly in a way. So in that sense, the hero archetype actually has the 3 sets of gods, just like Egyptian gods and Earthbound Immortals and stuff. But people don't really consider it that, but I do. So it's cool that you can see that the heroes have their own god cards: Trinity, Divine Neos, and Rainbow Neos. They're the 3. So I wanted to make a god hero deck, which I actually have in my DS game. Now, Division heroes are only released as 2 cards: Adoration and Trinity. Adoration is the fusion of any 2 heroes, and you already know that he's basically a hero beefy shrink that can drop anything, drop any of your opponent's monsters' attack and defense down and go through the attack of one of your hero monsters besides himself. Now, in the manga, there's more Vision heroes in there. They're, like I said, they work like Crystal Beast monsters. You have your Class A ones that attribute a monster you control to summon the ones in the spell and tracker zone to the field, and they gain effects. Or you have the Class B ones. I named the classes myself because there's a way to distribute between the 2. And the Class B ones are the ones that need to tribute the monster itself to summon anyone for your spell and tracker zone, and it gains an effect. Or it gives it a quality. Now, also, you can kind of say there's a Class C ones that don't have the backfield effect. They just do something. I'm going to make it where some of them, like the low-level ones, can be put back in the spell tracker zone, and the high-level ones can't. But anyway, besides all that, the Vision Heroes playstyle is simply just like, I'm going to lower your monster's attacks and increase mine and beat them down. That's pretty much how they play. Or they can destroy your monsters and stuff. Now, that's pretty much all there is to them. I'm going to make some more Vision Heroes, especially some more Vision Hero fusions. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. Like I said, I hope I can get y'all support on this as well, because, like I said, this video is more towards all the hero fans out there, and I want all of us to have fun with the game, so that way we can have more hero cards to play around with, and not worry about having to make the game for competitive. We can sit there and be like, I don't care, just like, let's have a little bit of fun, play around with stuff. Now, the last hero series is the neo-spacians. This particular one is neo-spacian Aqua Dolphin. Now, out of all the neo-spacians, the only one you see people pay attention to and use is Dark Panther, which is used for mirror matches when you go against the same decks, since Dark Panther can take the name and the effect of one of your opponent's effect monsters, so it's good for mirror matches. And Grand Mole. And me, I haven't seen either one used in a long time. I haven't seen them used in about 2.5 years. So, I'm going by that. No one uses neo-spacians that much anymore in the meta, as far as I've seen. Now, Grand Mole, if anything, it will be the one I see the most of. And Dark Panther will be the one I'll be seeing in side decks. But other than that, I haven't seen no one play them. Their playstyle is random, basically. They're meant to work with the elemental heroes, mainly Neos. You can't put neo-spacians in a Destiny hero deck because they don't do nothing with them. Now, the neo-spacians are Aqua Dolphin, which is basically a discard. Look at your opponent's hand, pick one monster in your opponent's hand, destroy it, they take 500 as you control a monster stronger. That's how you take care of Exodia decks. Exodia's head is the effect monster, which is the one that they don't commonly search all the time from the graveyard, because there's not a lot of cards that can do that people will put in Exodia decks. So what you'll do is just summon something like an Avian or higher, discard one card, just look at your opponent's hand, get rid of the head, and you beat them. I did it all the time. Plus, it's a card that no one is going to expect to see sided against an Exodia deck, because heroes are pathetic. They're trash, jank, slow, crappy, don't do good. I can go on and on with the insults I get. People used to make fun of me for hero decks. Now they kind of respect me in a way. Another neo-spacian is Air Hummingbird, which is plus 500 for every card in your opponent's hand. So you can pretty much get a lot of cards in your opponent's hand. You can get your life points ridiculously high. A combo I like to do with neo-spacian Air Hummingbird is get our life points really, really high. And when there's a 7,000 difference between our life points, I play a card called Life Equalizer, which I think says there's a 7,000 life points or more difference between both players' life points, both of our life will become 3,000. Then just hit you in the face with a 3,000 monster and win. That simple. Now, another one is neo-spacian Glow Moths, which is pretty much a stall, but you have to get lucky, so it's kind of a iffy one. But Twinkle Moths is actually really, really good because your opponent doesn't draw this time. Whenever it attacks or it gets attacked, you draw the cards. So you can literally turn that into a +1 just by sitting there or just attacking. Now, the draw card Space Gift is incredibly good. It says for every neo-spacian monster you control with a different name, you draw a card. Now the ruling states that the neo-spacians that are fusion monsters, since their effect says this card's name is also treated as two neo-spacians in one. So if you had neo-spacian Marine Dolphin, which is also treated as Aqua Dolphin, you can actually use Space Gift and draw 2 cards. You're not discarding anything, you're not tributing anything, you're not paying life points. You're drawing 2 cards for free. Hence, you're doing a pot of greed. Another one of my videos will be I'll be telling you guys about combos, how to get the most out of your cards without paying a lot of costs. Like one of my strategies I tell everybody is always try to create an Icarus attack. Always try to bomb out 2 cards with a minimum cost, because that is really good. Now anyway, so you can say that the maximum number of cards you can draw from Space Gift is 7. By having Marine Dolphin on the field, Twinkle Balls on the field, and 3 other different neo-spacians that don't share the names they don't share the names of the 2 fusions. You can just draw 7 cards for free. If you did that in your deck, you get all the pieces in about a turn because you draw like 7, 7, 7. Like I said, for free. And so, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about the heroes. It's a really, 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 really good archetype. And if you use it just right, where everything has perfect synergy, it's the best series of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, before I click off and, get out of y'all's face, here's what I want to say. I collect the hero cards as well. Not only am I a player of them, I collect them. I don't trade them. Alright? It's a collection thing. I like to show people that how many I have of them, because people like the fact that I have a lot of them. It's like a good showcase. That's pretty much all it is. So, not to sound rude or nothing, don't ask me if I trade them, because I don't trade them. It's similar. It's just like this guy I know that has like a whole bunch of fairy stuff he won't trade because it's a collection thing. So, everyone has their things they like to collect and they don't like to get rid of, because it's just cool to them just to have a lot. I'll show y'all my hero binder update, how big it's gotten. I had to actually get like 6 more pages because that thing's getting huge. And then I'm gonna do another video about it's gonna be a rant about like the idiots of Yu-Gi-Oh! And how people not overreact. Well, they overreact and misunderstand the rules. So peace out, guys. This is your boy Eminent Hero. I'm gonna go take this pillow off because this thing is making me sweat. You look, I kept my promises to you guys, but gotta love y'all. All right, guys. Peace out.